Hello, I am Zoe, aka Rabbit Amos, and I'm also known as Space Holder. I'm a psychic medium, I'm a healer, I'm a sharer of life experiences. So yeah, welcome. I am going to be doing a collective reading. So on this channel I mostly do collective readings every Friday and upload them. I usually use oracle cards, or I just intuitively will bring through what's coming through. So yeah, if you want to know anything else, it's all down in the description box. So like I'll do personal readings, healings, crystal grid healings. I do a lot of different things. I also do lives with card pulls every Friday at 8:30 New Zealand time as well. So if you want to check that sort of stuff out, yeah, find me. Find me. Before I was starting, I'm picking up like on how I'm feeling myself, but also I feel that it's a collective feeling. So I am especially wiped out lately. I feel very tired, very fatigued. I do have fatigue problems, but this is definitely heightened, especially in this last week. So I am getting the feeling that we're needing actually to be quite gentle on ourselves. We're needing to take care of ourselves, and we're actually needing to lean into it. If we're feeling tired, rest. You know, let's say you can't rest fully, which means you can't go to sleep or whatever. You know, maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got things that obviously you need to be doing. So you can't be asleep. You can still rest. So it's a matter of figuring out how we quiet our mind down, basically, so that we can at least get some mental rest, you know. The two things that we're coming through the most is rest and patience. So we're just needing to give ourselves patience, be gentle with ourselves, not be so harsh on ourselves, you know. There's a lot going on energetically that I think a lot of people, you know, we're interconnected, so we pick up on it in different ways, and some people are a bit more sensitive than others, and we pick up on it heavily. So even though it's collective, it's personal too, because it's trying to show us something ourselves as well, but we're also picking up on the collective energy. So I can't quite remember what this deck is that I'm using. It's The Universe Has My Back. I can't quite remember who made it, but yeah, I was drawn to this deck, and I'm also drawn to Affirmations, Word of Inner Wisdom by Lorraine Anderson. So here we have, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I become. So where are you putting your energy? You know, this is my message too. I can tell this one's my message too, because I'm feeling it. I'm seeing scrolling, and I also do that too. I think we're quite heavily addicted to scrolling and media, social media, and what I've found and what I've had messaging from Spirit about that is, when you're scrolling, it's like a hypnotism, okay? So when you think of it in that way, maybe it might help you lessen that somehow. Where are you wanting your energy to go? Are you going to want it to get sucked into the social media space? Because that's what I feel is they suck our energy. They siphon our energy. They kind of control our energy in that way, because when you're being bombarded with certain things, it strikes emotions with you, you know, and that can be pulling your energy, and it can drain you. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So what are we doing? Energy flows where my intention goes. I like this too. I am the dreamer of my dream. So we need to take reign, you know, of our own life. What are we doing? What do we want? Where do we want our energy to go? Are we going to want to push it put it into all these sort of things. Like, there's a lot of things that go on in the world that can pull at our emotions, because we're emotional people, and like I said, a lot of us are a lot more heightened in our senses and our feelings and what we pick up on in the collective. And I know I'm speaking to people specifically who are heightened. It just means our senses are heightened, which means we can actually tap into a lot more if we, focus our minds towards that side of it more, I suppose. Okay. Affirmations. I actually haven't used this one for a very long time, but this is a beautiful little, what would you call it? It's just a nice quick little message, these ones. Here we go. Thank you. Soften. I like this. Soften. It's better to be a soft wind no one saw coming than a tornado that destroyed everything in its path. Wow. So what's coming through with that one is like, I feel that I'm talking to a lot of people who don't feel like they can talk. They don't feel like they can speak up, and when they do, it's shut down. Could you imagine if you became one of those people that when you spoke, people actually listen? They hold you in high regard and they go, oh, this person's got something to say. How do we get to that point? I've gotten to that point a lot more, and it's through vocalizing, it's through using my voice, it's through not being as scared about what people are going to say or what the kickback is going to be, and that's from growing my own self-worth. And it's still growing, we're still working on this. It's a work in progress, and we should always be a work in progress. But again, Spirit's showing me like a path, and it's like Spirit are going, hey, get over to this side of the path, you're veering off, what is it that you want in your life and how can you get it? But again, with ease, with softness, it's a beautiful little deck. With softness. It's funny, I'm drawn to this, stop. But it's also, this is a beautiful protective symbol, the hamster hand, beautiful. This is give. Give someone all the things you wish someone had given to you. But this is actually about you. You've got to give it to yourself. You have to give it to yourself. I used to hear a lot of messages like this through my life, and I was a lot more closed off, and I'd be like, oh yeah, and you'd be in this what they call victim mentality, whatever. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but that's what people know it as. And you're just on the defense, and you kind of put your walls up and you've blocked it, and maybe people have suggestions and they're good suggestions, but our defenses go up. So we're in defense mode, and we're not gonna let that sink in and grow from it. And eventually I got to a place where it's like, maybe I was a bit more open to receiving it. Maybe I was a bit older. Maybe it's the life experiences that actually got me to stop and go, okay, well, I might need to actually start listening to this. You know what I mean? They just keep showing the path. There's the path. Like, our paths are all different. They're saying our paths are all different, but they're the same. It's about life, What do we want? I really like this give. Give someone, you, all the things you wish someone had given to you. Give it to yourself. I'm starting to do that more so myself as well. There's certain things I want in my life that I don't have yet, that I would love, and I know that eventually they will come, and that's part of it, is knowing it will eventually come. Because why wouldn't it, and why shouldn't it? You know what I mean? I'm a nice person, I'm caring, I'm giving, therefore it will come back. And the universe has been showing me that it does, and it has been coming back in different ways to me, you know what I mean? And we just go down the line and we tweak it a little bit more, but we have to show ourselves that we're worth that ourselves. It's almost like they say, if you want to be dated, start dating yourself, which sounds funny, But yeah, sounds funny. I just glared at the self-care deck. It's part of self-care, you know. There's things that can be done, but they are wanting you at the moment, almost like in a cocoon. It's like, be gentle with yourself, you know. Go easy on yourself. There's things I pick up myself within my body where it's like, I know it's me, and then part of the message is not actually for me as such. I feel like I've learnt these things, which is why I'm saying it. Take off the backpack. You know, why are we carrying so much stuff that is not ours? And it's not ours. And there's some people I'm talking to that I can feel that it's like, well, yes, it is. I'm telling you, it's really not. It's not yours. You feel like it's yours and you've taken on the responsibility that it's yours, but it's not. It's not yours. I can feel it in my back and my neck. And it's interesting because it was similar to the message I did last week, where there's like this pain in the neck and the back and stuff. And I know it's not mine because it's just the messaging that's coming through right now. I didn't have that before. You know, the things that we do and the things that we put up with, they do affect us. You know, these beautiful people and stuff that we find that we want to rescue or we want to save or help is usually because we probably needed or wanted ourselves. So then when you start, you know, when you start turning back inwards to yourself, it can actually help outwardly too if you want it to. But I tell you as well, when we start working on ourselves, we realize there are boundary lines that we've crossed ourselves or we've allowed other people to cross. So when you do build up this inner worth and these inner, you know, beautiful things, trust, whatever it is, love, whatever it is, we will find that, you know, we're finding our boundary lines, and then we're finding that these beautiful people around us probably don't really have what they call a place at the table, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is a big one about rest, majorly. And I do feel that I'm speaking to some people who the defenses are coming up. You know, it's like, rest. Oh, well, how? How am I meant to rest? You know what I mean? It's like, no, we can. We really can. We can make time for certain things, you know, we really can. There's certain things we can do that fit within our schedule already, such as maybe your rest time is when you're having a shower. It's more of a mental rest. You know, our body's needing rest too, but I mean for the people that maybe can't have the nap, can't sit down as such because you're on a really busy schedule. There are things you can do that will fit within your schedule that are actually just making sure that your body has even 5 minutes of going, even 1 minute, you know, even 1 minute of just breathe into your belly. That's one of the best things we can do, and we can do that, you know what I mean? We can do that one. Okay. I like this. There's surrender on the bottom. So surrender. You manifest what you're ready for. That doesn't mean it isn't right for you. It could just mean it isn't right for right now. So there's some things that we're needing to master, and there's some things that we're needing to learn. I love how this looks just like a beautiful flame. I'm really drawn to the center of this, which is reminding me of the heart. So it does kind of look like a heart too. Your heart space, your centering, you, it's about you. You're allowed to say it's about you now, you know. It is about you. It's your life, isn't it? You're the one that you're the one that has to be with you 24/7. And when I say that, I see a dissociation of people. Again, the scrolling, dissociate, you know. Anything else? Oh, there's 2 coming out. These are beautiful. I love this. You got forgive and believe. So maybe when you come to a place of forgiveness, then you can really actually start believing in these certain things like, You know, you are worthy of getting certain things. You are worthy of having good, deep friendships. You are worthy of money. You are worthy of wealth in many different ways, you know, not just money-wise. So forgive. Pain, hurt, anger, heartache. These are the chains holding you back. Free yourself. Forgive. This is beautiful too. So what I'm seeing with this one is it reminds me of the flame type thing of the heart, right? Try and see this. It reminds me of this. This is all in here. It feels cocoony. It feels like nurturing. It feels like looking after yourself. It feels like getting into your heart space. And then with this one, to me, it shows once you do that and you do the forgiveness, you have more energy and love to filter out and to give out, because at the moment it's just free falling out. And then we get to this point where it said in that other card about being, you know, do you want to be a soft wind or do you want to be a tornado that comes ripping through? We don't like getting to points of anger. These aren't the people I'm talking to who thrive in the anger or like it. You know, maybe in the moment we do because we're heightened in that, but when you come down, you don't like it. You don't like that you've lost your temper. You don't like that things have gotten to a point where you're up here again, you know. We don't like that, especially as highly sensitive people. We don't. You can start filtering out that love more so when you're building it up within yourself and for yourself. And then, yeah, we have believe. The effort you give to yourself and those you love is more than enough if that is what feels right to you. You can have, well, what you have can be enough. This is beautiful. These are reminding me of chakras too, so it's like chakra work, you know. Maybe after this, if you have time, go look up a grounding heart chakra frequency or something and see how that feels. Maybe you need to sift through a few of them and your body will respond to the one that's right for you. It will respond to the one that, you know, you're meant to be listening to. I'm looking again at soften. Oh, we've got listen. There is a light present in all things that is a language that transcends the words of any man. Listen with your heart. Wow. Feels very intuitive to me. And I love that. That it's like the shape of lips. Listen. Listen. Listen to yourself. How is your body responding? You know, is your body saying no to people? You know, our bodies tell us so much stuff. They really do. And when you start getting in tune with yourself, you will start reading yourself, you know. Our thoughts are not necessarily what it is. Usually it's our body. Usually our body will respond to certain people or situations. And when we tune into that, we can actually listen to it, and it's super beneficial. It can actually help you in so many different ways, you know. Oh, excuse me. It can help in so many different ways. Okay. Anything else? These beautiful people. Yeah, they're wanting you to be still. Get into the heart space. I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. Beautiful. So it's like, where are you going to put your focus? What do you want? How do you get that? You know, we can start so small. I'm a huge advocate with starting small because we want these things to work. We want to build up self-worth, self-love, self-trust, intuition. We want and we need to build these up. It's highly important. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Also, when we're acting in places of fear and anxiety and stress and depression and, you know, all those things, when we're acting in those, it's so hard to actually get the messages. It's hard to be intuitive, you know. it's hard to read situations, and it's easier to be distracted. It's easier to be led astray by outside people, by outside forces, I suppose. Especially those, bless them, those beautiful people that have quite intense personalities who don't like to take no for an answer and stuff like that. I tell you straight away, if there's anyone around you that doesn't like to take no for an answer, they're going to need to learn. You might even be their teacher. They have to learn. And they may not learn, but it's a lesson for you too, where it's like, okay, so you can't be around me. You can't, you just can't be. I love this one. Hope is the conduit for miracles. So again, to me, it's like the way of thinking. How is your way of thinking getting in the way of what you want and what you need and what you deserve and what you desire? And I love this word, miracles. Miracles happen all the time and we forget it, because tragedies happen too, and it's devastating, and it can leave us traumatized, and it can leave us on the frickin' ground or below. But miracles happen too. So many miracles actually happen. 21 on the timer. Miracles do happen. Okay. I am the dreamer of my dream again. Okay. I am the dreamer of my dream. They're saying like it's time you start thinking about that. It's time you start believing that. We've got believe on the table, surrender, soften, forgive, give, listen. Okay. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Feel free if anyone ever wants to leave a comment or wants any sort of advice, or maybe even just feel like sharing, a bit of what's going on, or maybe if this helps you in any sort of way or whatever, I'm really happy to kind of help where I can, or give some advice if it's needed or whatever. Okay. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope it helps in some sort of way. And yeah, I'm sending lots of love. Be gentle on yourself. I'll be gentle on myself. You be gentle on yourself. Okay. Lots of love. Bye-bye.